Hey all, it's time for a chess game, and let's see how well I can play this. Well, at least the first few moves should be quite easy. Coming straight from memory, but this is odd move. Very strange. Well, I'm still going to play somewhat normal stuff that I usually do. And A6 now? I have no idea what my opponent is doing, but just going to develop quite fast and see what happens. Maybe I should have played C4 last turn, but maybe now B5. No. Maybe the move order, that's a bit different, and this is some sort of Sicilian Najdorf, I assume. So I guess bishop to e3, I don't really remember what to do here, but I'm playing according to what I usually do here. Knight b3, and yeah, maybe f3 or something. Try to go knight d5. Now castles, and this is relatively normal, but I guess usually the bishop is on e6 in these sort of positions. I'm gonna play knight d5. Perhaps knight takes, queen takes, and perhaps rook a d1. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Just trying to maybe get... Well, okay, now I'm quite convinced that black has lost at least a move. I mean, this is not really a normal way to do things. So maybe now c4. Yeah, c4 seems like a move. Well, I mean, the idea is to take back with the pawn, and this guy has only bad squares to go to, but maybe knight b8, d7, and activate that way. Actually, now maybe queen to e1 to g3. Or something along those lines, but knight, queen here, knight here. A bit annoying. So wow. Didn't anticipate that move at all. Well, actually, in some cases I should have perhaps taken on e7. I mean, played moves like this and tried to win the pawn on d6. Maybe I do switch plans a bit. I mean, queen g3 doesn't really do much. I'm assuming bishop to g5 is a thing that my opponent wants to do. Yep. And what now? Just play f4. And go from there. Perhaps I do that. Open the file for the rook. Of course the pawn on e4 it becomes a bit weaker. If the bishop moves and there is not a move like e takes f4, then I might have played f5 perhaps. Kinda want to take back with the knight, but no, bishop takes is probably better. And I assume bishop takes. No bishop takes this time. Now what? Maybe knight e3 threatening. Well, actually it doesn't threaten bishop takes e5 because bishop takes e3 check, but what to do now? Double A queen to b4, or perhaps to g3. b4 maybe threaten this and this, but and also protect that one. Maybe I just do this, threaten to win a pawn e5. So what now? Bishop takes perhaps. Have to take back with either a rook or the queen, because otherwise the pawn on c4 is lost. That's weird, perhaps. I kinda want to take back with the rook, actually. And pressure the pawn on d6. Now rook here. Seems like a good move. And I'm not seeing a good way to protect the pawn on d6. Perhaps my opponent wants to take do a threat against my c4 pawn. There I probably play knight to d2, maybe b3 afterwards, and knight to f3. Might be the idea there. Well, okay. But now c5 wins the pawn. Yep, and it opens the square for the bishop to go to, and this diagonal seems promising, but maybe not lethal just yet. Oh yes, have to be careful with time actually. That's actually the first time that I noticed that I have less than 4 minutes on the clock. So I just take it, try not to lose too much time. Yeah, kinda anticipated that move. Maybe I just play king to h1. Somewhat scary looking, perhaps. Nothing that bad just yet. I think I'm going to get some room for the king. I like the knight, which might actually go to e6, most likely. And then queen to g3. Didn't have time to think if it was indeed the correct move, because I have to move relatively quickly. I think bishop g4, bishop here, queen here, mate on h7, maybe rook here, but then bishop g4. I think I will go with the plan of trying to get bishop on this diagonal, queen on g6 and all that stuff. Seems like the way to go. I mean, my opponent is rated 1898, which is a quite good rating, but and definitely can't go easy with this guy. Okay, this should be okay. I'm not that scared of what my opponent is doing, at least not yet. That doesn't matter. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna play it here and see what happens. Queen g4 perhaps first, and not queen here. If queen here, then knight f8 protects the h7 square and also attacks g6, so that might be a problem. But if I pressure this knight, then maybe I will win some material. Yeah, this seems quite good. I should win something at least. I don't see a defense for my opponent. I think I should be able to win as long as I keep my time in check so that my time will not run out. So what is the best idea for my opponent? I don't really know. Maybe knight c7 is interesting. But in that case, well, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes this guy. Knight here. Not really sure. Knight here. Pawn takes, I guess. But then, well, wow, actually didn't see that the king can actually protect the knight. That was weird. Maybe now I can play this. Playing it here. No. Well, maybe. If knight takes, bishop takes d7. Knight takes, queen check, king goes to f8. Maybe I will do this instead, I don't know. Need to move quickly. Have no idea why I thought this might be better than knight to... Well, in this case the knight can't protect the rook, so in that sense it's better to do it this way. Well, g6, bishop takes e6, and there's another problem there. Now I guess bishop takes here, threatening the rook and the knight. This should be winning for me, right? Wow, that move, don't care much about that move. I will take this guy. And I'm now up a rook and a pawn. So no really big problems here. And now bishop to f5. Sure, why not? Threatening the knight and also the advance of the pawn. 3-7. I think my opponent's position is quite hopeless. And I'm gonna do this even. Well, gonna check here. Sure. King has to go here, perhaps. Then I will play d7. Threaten queen e8 check, among other things. Queen e8 check. I mean, did I say e7? Well, that's square anyway. And I will win on time. Yep. Wow, 20 points more. Getting back towards 2100. Alright, let's take a look at this game. Okay, here we go again with the analysis, and it seems I played quite well. Some mistakes and blunders on my opponent, but not that many, perhaps. Not sure what the good players usually get on average. Okay. Let's look at the openings explorer for a while. E4, no doubt about it, it's the most common move. Then C5. It's interesting that at late chess the most commonly played move against C5 is E5. And the Sicilian is not as popular, even though black scores surprisingly well. Actually, black is somewhat better than the white on average on Sicilian, but okay. And then knight f3, no surprise there. Playing pretty much the main stuff here. d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4. But now this bishop d7 move, actually surprisingly often played. But people usually play knight f6 against me, then I go knight c3 and all that stuff. Maybe a6 going for the knight off. Knight c3 again. Most common, but I'd actually played bishop to e2. I actually didn't look at this notation and didn't actually remember what I played in the game. But okay, I thought I'd play knight c3, but no. Bishop e2. Just wanting the castle as soon as possible. And now a6. This way of playing didn't seem all that impressive to me. But you know, it can transpose a bit to the knight off lines, I guess. Castles, f6, knight c3. And now knight to c6, again the most commonly played move. But now e5. Only 9 times played. E6 most common, maybe. Nope, this game is not yet. Yeah, so the move my opponent played is has been played 9 times before this on this side. So knight b3, nothing interesting there. Bishop e7. And still played the lines. f3. Played only once, so maybe this was the game. Nope, still not. Okay. And castles. And knight to d5. And now bishop to e6. First inaccurate move. Something that had not been played before. Instead of bishop e6, which makes the move bishop d7 waste one move, why not play the bishop to e6 on one move, and maybe it would have been a bit more theoretical position if I remember these lines correctly. I mean, but okay, knight takes d5 was the better move. E takes knight a5. Well, I actually can close this now. Knight a5, queen d2, knight takes b3, a takes b3, b5, and b4. This so that the b4 is played so that the pawn on a6 becomes a backward pawn, and well, that positional move I'm not sure that I would have been able to play, but maybe I would have, who knows. But certainly a good idea, and then pressure the a6 pawn, I guess. Gives white some play. Even though it seems that the engine doesn't actually want to go for that plan. F4, don't really like that because of this e4 move. I don't want to give up give a passed pawn, protected passed pawn in fact, for my opponent, but I don't need to do that. Instead of f4, I would have gone to maybe rook to a5 and then double rooks on the a file and try to get some play there. Maybe move this and then try to pressure this pawn on f5 too. In some situations maybe play g4, but that would maybe be a risky move, since the pawn cover in front of my king would dissipate. But yeah, never mind. Bishop e6 and then c4. Nice outpost for this knight, of course. And instead of what I did in the game, I might have had the idea of queen d2, rook a d1, knight takes here, wins a pawn. But didn't do that. I thought maybe I have something here. But no, that's luck, and actually knight h7. Another inaccurate move from my opponent, and indeed it seemed very weird. But of course black wanted to play here, even though there's probably no reason. Well, trading the bishops. Not sure that it's a good idea for black to do so, but maybe this. After the trade of the dark square bishops, the pawn on d6 becomes quite a bit weaker. Okay, knight d7 must be better retreat for the knight. And yeah, I should have taken the bishop there. Yeah, okay. So knight h5, g3, f6, b3. I mean, I guess this is okay, but after this sort of stuff would perhaps be difficult to find good moves. Not sure what the plan should be for white. Maybe just move around and wait for the opponent to do a mistake or something like that. One idea might be queen here, and then double the rooks and try to get this pawn. And maybe c5 somewhere along the lines might be a good idea. Who knows? But anyway, knight h7, then rook to d1, and bishop to g5. Already I should be around a pawn up, but now the engine doesn't look the engine doesn't like the move f4. Maybe it's a bit too crazy. Should have gone with the bishop b6, and indeed seems like a good move. Displays the queen and also restricts the queenside play for my opponent. Really? The bishop retreats to f2 so that knight b6 is threatened. Now, of course, black can't take on c5 because then knight f6 wins some material. Wow. Yeah, this seems quite horrible for black. And I guess rook takes d7 doesn't do enough. Well, actually this is of course much better. It keeps the position under control and wins some material, so that's nice. So in this position, f6 was a terrible move. Takes away the square from the knight. Actually on f6 the knight might have kicked my rook away from d5. Not that that was not the move. Knight f6 would have been immediate. It seems bishop takes f4 first and then knight f6. And this seems a bit more annoying than the game continuation. Actually much more annoying, and I'm not sure. Well, I guess if knight takes c4, then rook c1. Wins material, so knight takes c4 is really out of the question. This seems very nice. Knight takes h6 is a threat, because g takes and queen takes f6. Okay. Maybe even in this position knight takes h6, yep. And queen to c1. Well, yeah, of course, protecting pretty much everything except the pawn on e4. So actually in view of this, I'm not sure that white should have taken here. But yeah, okay, the file in front of the black king is opened up, so that may help me to attack. And my king is relatively safely for now. But to f6, which was quite bad. I should be close, well, at least clear advantage after that. Well, had I played c5 after this. Again, the idea is to win the pawn here. Rook fd1. I mean, this has the same idea of winning the pawn, and I'm not sure why this is so much worse than c5. Bishop takes f4 is not actually even considered a inaccurate move, even though it's, well, I mean, my advantage increases somewhat after that. Wow. And now knight f7 was quite bad. Indeed, check here, king moves, and maybe rook a d8 should cover the pawn quite nicely, and there's no c5 anymore. So in that sense, c5 instead of the rook ft1. In that sense, it's it makes sense. Anyway, knight f7 was the perhaps close to the losing move. But the queen b6 check, king h1, and yeah, this seems something that my opponent can actually hold, perhaps. Though knight f5 is in some cases annoying, but it doesn't actually win anything. Black has everything under control. Now bishop to h5. What if black plays g6 next and forks those things? Do I just play knight takes h6? Pawn takes here. Take the knight. Well, yeah, I'm not really sure what this is all about. I mean, g6. What don't I see? Very weird. But okay, let's see if there was anything else. No. It seems that the rest of the game was quite clearly in my favor, and the move knight f7 indeed was the losing blunder. since I finally played the c5 move. Okay, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.